Whoa. Now then, young'uns, it's Hazy, aka Uncle Hazo, aka Drunken Banner Time. We're off into the eye of the storm, and I don't mean Aldi. Right, we're moving now, so let's go. Hopefully, I'll see you when we get there. We're going to the coast anyway. Come on. Made it to the coast. Got about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes of daylight left, so I ain't gonna walk too far. I had to muck about with positioning there a bit because the ground was a bit hard to get the old pegs in, so I've had to come back a bit where the gorse and the heather is. So anyway, this is my new tent. I've set it up a couple of times, but I want to just trial it out. It's heavy, it is quite heavy, it's like 2 kilograms. I'll put the weights on the screen now of it, but it is a full-on 2-man tent, so you know, if I get lucky out here and that, there's somewhere for him to kip, or if Joey D gets cold. Let's have a look. There's loads of room, man. It's you've got a door here and a door at the other side, and it's just put up by 2 poles. That's I'm going for this now, the Z-Light, and I've cut 4 panels off it and made it into sort of a 3/4 length for when I do my hike, because the ease of just chucking it down, bosh, and then for putting it away, because the thermarest, blowing it up with the bag, is a pain in the cock. As you can see, my ugly mug. Loads of headroom. Look at that. I've got room to spare there. There's a little thing to put your lantern on, and there's loads of room, man. Look at it. Loads of room. A little vestibule for cooking, and that's another reason why I got it, because if I'm hiking for a couple of weeks and I get to where I'm stopping at 5 o'clock and I've got to just batten down the hatches for 5 hours before I go to bed, I want an area that I can feel comfortable in, that I can move around in, read my book, you know, just do whatever, cook a bit of food, and have a feeling of space that the Hex Peak just didn't give me. Although it was big inside, because it was in 2 halves, you're stuck in that little orange bedroom bit. You know, especially if there's midges or whatever, you're stuck in there, and it's too small, especially if you've got an X-Therm or a large inflatable bed, and then the internal part just makes you feel a bit claustrophobic. It touches your face. Where on here the walls go up really steep, so you're quite all right, kid. There you go, look. Tons of room there. And then, yeah, little cooking area. I've guided it all out. It's really simple as well. Really simple. It's got these brilliant little. You can tighten it up once it's all done. I was also looking at the Z-Packs Duplex 2-man hiking tent, which weighs nothing, but you're looking at, with the import tax, you're looking at 600 or 700 quid for that. I wouldn't enjoy using it, man. It's just too much money. If I lived in America and I was doing like hiking for months on end, then I would get it, but we've got to keep our heads about us, haven't we? Don't get carried away. And so this was, I think it was 170 nicker, so it's massive, like, it's heavy, but the rest of my kit is so light that I think I can justify it, because I was thinking about taking the Banshee or whatever. Anything around 2 kilograms is fine for me, especially when all the rest of my kit is so light, and I'm healthy and fit. And who cares, as long as my granddad did it in the 70s with canvas and wool. Like, looks, you know, we're all a bit too soft I think these days, so a little bit of extra weight for a little bit of comfort, for me, is a fair trade-off. Shout out for whoever give me that tip, just to put a little bit of cloth between the your gas canister and your titanium cook pot to stop getting that ring, stops you getting the ring of rust around there. So I've cut a bit of camping towel just to put in there. Kicking off. Regardez la moon. I'm gonna have my meal. It's 9:15 now. I'm gonna have my meal and sit on the end of the cliff and then just chill until the light goes, and then I'm looking forward to getting in the tent. Morning glampers. Look at that. Put in the effort, the reward's there. And that's my reward. A beautiful, beautiful sunrise. It's just coming up to 5:30. Gonna get a brew on. Look at that. There's worse places to have your morning brew. Dedicate this to all you naysayers. All my friends who said, when I said yesterday, well, they said, are you coming out or what are you doing? I said, I'm going camping. They said, you're nuts, because it's forecast to be torrential rain and overcast. Well, yeah. Overcast that. Because you just know that 98% of the shit sacks are all snoozing away. Hey, right. Let's have a look at what this tent's saying then. It's big for a solo hiking trip, I know that, at 2.2 or 3 kilograms, but it's worth it. There was no condensation inside whatsoever. The feeling of space, it's huge, and it's tall as well, so I could just put all my stuff away, I could, you know, roll my sleeping bag up. I got everything squared away without feeling claustrophobic, without it being a chew. It felt really good, and I could got my stove on at the same time as I was tidying away, everything tidied away, and I'm just left with that. I've got my own dry bag for it. I'll just, because it comes all as one thing, so I'll just drop that into the dry bag, and then the dry bag can either go on the outside of my bag or I'll try to stuff it in there. The only problem that I will say, or the weird thing about it is this, is that the top is a bit squared off, so you do get a little bit of standing water in there. You can just knock that out, that's fine. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to seam seal all this. Just seam seal all the top of it, and I think that should be right. But it's only the same weight as the Van Gogh Banshee, and it's only a little bit heavier than the hex peak if you take into account the pole for the middle. That's my tent of choice for this walk at the moment. The thing is about it as well is that if you're planning on a hike or if you're wanting a tent, there's no real way to know that it suits you, and the only way to do it is buy it and then use it, and use it a lot, like I did with the Hex Peak. I used that a lot, had some great times in it, and it is a brilliant tent for the price. It's an amazing tent. I'm going to do a full review on it because I feel like I'm in a position to do so, because I have used it in lots of different conditions and I've really rinsed it. So I probably will do a little review on that for anyone who's wanting to buy it. Don't be put off by it just because I am using it. It's a quality tent. It's just something it has to be perfect, and so far that's perfect. The only thing, the bulk isn't too bad because you can attach it to the outside of your bag if needs be, and it's just the weight. Can I handle the weight of it? And the answer is yeah. For the cost of it, it was under 200 quid. I'll certainly be giving it I'll give it a more of a run for its money before I set off, but for now, happy with it. I'll pop a link to the tent below if you want to check it out. And also, it's a genuine 2-person tent, so you could easily get you and a prostitute or whatever in there. It fits two inflatable beds. I've had my thermarest in there and it'll fit 2 of you in there quite comfortably. Another reason I was coming out was to test whether I wanted to take that or my inflatable thermarest, and I think I'm going to go with the thermarest because that is just a little bit of niggling on the old hip bone, because I'm a side sleeper. So I think if you're doing multi-day hikes, I think a good night's sleep is key. It's paramount. It's essential. I'm going to take the thermarest just for extra comfort with my inflatable pillow, and really just go for it so I can get some rest. Thermarest. But feeling good about it, or am I feeling good just because of this? $998, $999, woo! 1,000. Not even out of breath. Piece of piss. Salutation to the sun, mate. Well, there you go. Nothing but a dry patch where my tent was. Cheers, Mother Nature, you sexy bitch. Totally magnificent. I am actually taking this in. I know I'm holding a camera, but meditation, mate. It's good to do little bits of it. You don't have to sit in a room full of joss sticks and dream catchers and arm it out. Meditation is just appreciating your surroundings, even if it's just for 10 seconds, is just stopping. Just let yourself go, concentrate on your breathing, listen to the sounds. It's just beautiful. Little micro meditation. That's my new book. Right, I'm waffling because I don't want you to go, do I? Oh, you hang up first. No, you. Alright, I'll see you later then. No, I'll come back. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I've probably put a nice little... Oh, my battery's going. I'll love you and leave you. Take care.